thinking. Few days after that, they again met from Andheri, traveling in a local train to the church gate. The engineers are avoiding them. No, 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 we don't want to talk. We had suffered earlier also. We don't want. No, no, tell me. How many tickets you have taken? Engineer said 1 ticket. Sir, how many tickets you have taken? Chartered accountant said 4 tickets. How it is possible? Wait and watch. TT comes. There is a local train. They are looking for a toilet there. There is no toilet in the local train. It's an application of mind. Where you have to take 1, where you have to take 0, and where you have to take 4 tickets. So this is what is called the law, the application of mind. So we try to find out the loophole, we find out. So that was the inherent text when they came out. Everybody started doing what will happen. We have so many companies, we have so many shares. I said transfer the share to the private trust. And once it is transferred to the private trust, it is perpetual entity. There is no question of inheritance. Everybody started doing that. Even many, Kotak Mahindra or many others came out with that. But now it is again gone into the dustbin because they still don't have any concept of inheritance. The date comes, we'll find again these types of trust will be created. So the purpose is different. Earlier, the basic objective of a private trust is that there are certain incompetent, there are certain persons who will not be able to earn their living, so we should have a benefit for them throughout their life. So we create a trust for the benefit of those persons. But this was being misused, and that's why maximum marginal rate concept has been brought in. Earlier it was not MMR, it was only the slab rate. Clear? The concept. I'm not talking about charitable trust now. I'm coming to oral trust. The trust can be oral also. But oral trusts are taxable at MMR. Oral trusts are MMR. So what is the point of having an oral trust when it is taxable at MMR? Coming to now, what we have discussed and what is left. We have discussed cooperative society, not at length, but still some light was thrown. We have discussed society registered under the Society Registration Act 1860. We have discussed mutual association. We have discussed private trust. We have discussed charitable trust. We all know how it is taxed. And we have discussed oral trust. Now the last category. Any other AOP BOI. Any other means it is not a society. It is not a private trust. It is not an oral trust. It is not a charitable trust. It is not a cooperative society. And it is not a mutual association. Then what it is? No constitution. 2 companies joined together to build a flyover on this road. 2 companies without forming a partnership. We heard during those school days or joint ventures. This is a joint venture taken by 2 or more persons. But this joint venture is not in a form of what you call cooperative society, not in the form of society registered under the Society Registration Act, not in the form of mutual association. It is a separate thing. What will happen if this is done? This joint venture will also compute its total income under 4 heads and claim deduction if allowed under Chapter 6A. Although there is no constitution of society or cooperative society or Section 25, there is no constitution. Yes, a mutual agreement. Of course, MOU will be there. Obviously, there is going to be MOU. Obviously, there is going to be MOU between the 2 companies or 2 companies, 1 firm, 2 company, 1 firm, 1 HUF. There is a MOU, but you are not forming a partnership. You are not forming a company, and you are not a society. It's not a society registration. So where are you? It's only MOU. Which section is applicable? Have you heard of that? Which section, sir? I said, yes. I said, very good. He knows it. We have section called 167 capital B. 167 capital B assessment of AOP, BOI other than cooperative societies and society registered under the Society Registration Act, which is our company, other than that. Because we have already talked about that. What is 17067B says? MOU. If the share of the members are determinate, and second is, if the shares of the member are indeterminate, share of profit, determinate, indeterminate. I am taking section 167, capital B, subsection 1, shares of the member of that AOP BOI is indeterminate, is indeterminate. I am telling you, there is no constitution, it is only MOU. Where is the deed? Where is there is an agreement between 2, 3, 4 companies or all that, because there is no partnership deed, there is no company, there is no society, there is no cooperative society. It's a joint venture. Share is indeterminate. Section 167B says, if the share is indeterminate and foreign company is not a member, the entire income of the trust will be taxable at maximum marginal rate. Of that, trust will be taxable at MMR. But if the foreign company is also a member, share is not defined, then the entire income of the trust will be taxable at 41.2%. 41 is 40% plus 3%. Because we don't know how much is going to the foreign company, how much is going to the Indian company. So how much tax will take? The maximum. Not the maximum marginal rate. The rate highest rate applicable. And what is the highest rate applicable? 40%. Are you getting my point? Heard first time. But please hear it. It's really good. I'm telling you the topic which I picked up intentionally. AOP BOI have never been done in any seminar. Never been done in any seminar. So I'm telling you, maximum marginal rate, 41. Wait a minute. This is share not determinate. Let's say share is determinate. We know that 40%, 30%, 20%, 10%. We have determined the share. Read 167B subsection 2. 2. If any of the member has income exceeding exemption limit, any of the member, then income of that AOP BOI will be taxable at maximum marginal rate. If any of the member have income exceeding exemption limit, what is the rate? MMR. Share defined. Suppose foreign company is also a member and one of the member has income exceeding exemption limit. Now shares are defined. So whatever is the share of the profit of the foreign company will be taxable at 41.2%, and whatever is the profit of others will be taxable at maximum marginal rate. Are you getting my point? Because shares are defined. So whatever share of the foreign company, maximum, the rest is maximum. Now, coming to the next point, this is proviso. I am coming to the next point. Suppose AOP share not defined, a share defined, but none of the member has income exceeding the exemption limit. Earlier I said one of the member. I take an example. There is an AOP only of individual or maybe individual HUF. Maybe individual HUF company, I am not saying. But none of the member means individual income is less than 2,50,000. None of the member. And let's say only there are 4 individuals. Share defined. Let's say 3 individuals, A, B, C. And there is a joint venture between A, B, C. It can be joint venture between A, firm and company. Then firm will be 0. If it is 10 rupees, it has income exceeding the exemption limit. It is 0 or minus. Am I right? But if let us take the individual. A has his individual income 2 lakh. B has individual income 2,30,000. C has individual income 2,40,000. His respective income. Is any member having income exceeding exemption limit? No. The law says that AOP BOI will be taxable at normal rate. not maximum marginal rate. Even if the share defined will be taxable at normal rate. But wait, now we will read section 86 read with the section 110 for this also. And you'll go mad. What is this law? See, 86 section read with 110. What it does say. Please listen to me. Suppose the trust has an income, AOP BOI has an income of 10 lakh. 10 lakh. None of the members have income exceeding exemption limit. Let us tax that AOP. What will be the amount? 1,25,000 plus 3%. Am I right? On 10 lakh it is 125 plus 3%. Pay the tax. Who will pay? AOP BOI. File a return at the normal rate. This tax will not be deducted from the income of the AOP BOI. Now that 10 lakh will be distributed amongst the member in their profit sharing ratio. Let us take up. His income was 2 lakh and share of profit from AOP is 4 lakh. 4 lakh. Please include this 4 lakh in 2 lakh. How much is the income? 6 lakh. Calculate tax on 6 lakh. On 5 lakh it is 25,000. On 1 lakh it is 20,000. 45,000 plus 3%, 46,350 if my calculation is correct. 1350. 46,350. Calculate average rate. 46,350 divided by 6 lakh. It will come to about 6%. Just an example I am taking. 7.6%. 6 lakh. Average rate is given under 110. What is an average rate? Total tax divided by total income multiplied by 100. So average rate I have just calculated. 46,350 divided by 6 lakh multiplied by 100. This is an average rate. It's, let's say, come to 7.6%. What was the income included, AOP income? 4 lakh. Get a rebate under 86. 4 lakh multiplied by 7.6%. Meaning thereby, your balance 2 lakh income, although was exempt, is being taxed at what rate? 7.6%. And suppose somebody else has 2 lakh 40 and his other income from the AOP is 8 lakh. I'm just taking the imagine. And let's say average rate is 16%. Average rate is 16%. What will happen? You will have to pay tax on 2 lakh 30,000. At what rate? 16%. This is what is 86 section. And 86 section also says if the income of the AOP is taxed at MMR, then such share of the member is not taxable. Such share of the member is not taxable. Wait a minute. A very important point I'm telling you. The trust, the AOP has given a tax at what rate? MMR. Agreed? So members should be included that income? No, it should not be. But what will happen? If the income is not included, what will happen? No tax. Am I right? Not included means no tax. Wait a minute. But if that member happens to be a company, what will happen? MAT. MAT will be payable on that share of profit. Because share of profit will be credited to the profit and loss account. Am I right or wrong? Is it allowed to be deducted? What is allowed to be deducted as per MAT is income which are exempt under section 10 other than 1038 or 11 and 12. Is it exempt under 10? Share of profit from firm is exempt under 10. Share of profit from HF is exempt under 10. But share of profit from AOP is not exempt under section 10. It is given under section 86. So therefore, if the company happens to be the member, then the share of profit, although AOP has paid tax at 33.99% because of maximum marginal rate, still the share of profit which you will get will be liable for MAT. Am I wrong or right? You have to decide. Because you see the item to be deducted from profit and loss account. They have said income which is exempt under section 10, other than 1038 or 1112. Earlier there used to be 10AA, it's also gone. So is this income exempt under 10? No, it is exempt under 86. So therefore there is a liability of MAT in that case. Requested the department, this time CBDT, to look into this, that there is a possibility of a consortium of Indian companies doing a joint venture and paying tax at 30%, but still there is a possibility of a MAT provision taxable in their hand. Are you getting my point? So I don't want to go further. You have your queries on AOP BOI, most welcome, but have you understood? We have done which sections? We have done section 80P, we have done section for, there is no section for society, we have done mutual association, we have also done section 2, clause 24 read with section 28, we have done section 161, we have done section 164.1, we have done section 164.2, and we have also done section 167, capital B read with 86 and 110. And that's why the complete income tax, it is over. This is the act which I had told you. I tell you, this is never done. This is never done. But at times you have an occasion to have things like that, where you have to apply your mind how to tax it. Coming to that. Now, yes, sir, you wanted to say something.
I said the trust. Okay, now search and seizure. I want certain tips. That is
7:30 is the flight. I don't mind. If questions are there on search and seizure, rather I will welcome those questions to answer, because I have at my disposal maximum 15 to 20 minutes, he knows it. You know that 7:30 is the flight, I must be there at 6:30. 6:30 means I have to leave this place. You have to tell me. Otherwise I'll come back. The balance sections will also be done tomorrow. Tell me, whatever queries you have on search and seizure, I'll definitely reply. First reply. Somebody raised a question in the pre-lunch time that I have specially come to listen to the penalty of the search and seizure. And that is section 271 AAB. Wait a minute. First thing, let me tell you, in the case of a search, you cannot have a search unless there is a information in their possession. In whose possession? The highest authority. Who is the highest authority? Now, Principal Director General of Income Tax also word is used. Director General of Income Tax, Principal Director of Income Tax, or Director of Income Tax, Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, or Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax, or Commissioner of Income Tax, and Joint Commissioner or Joint Director if they are empowered by the board. In certain small places, the power is given to the Joint Commissioner or Joint Director. Oh, additional is part of the same thing. Their power is given when they have reasons to believe and information there is possession. A, useless, but still I will say, a person to whom summons have been issued under section 131(1) or a notice has been issued under 142(1) to produce or cause to produce books of accounts and document, and he has willfully omitted to do so, to produce such documents. Willfully. Very rarely they will do it. But yes, they have a power. Clause B. A person to whom summons or notice have been issued as above, or might be issued. Please note the word. Issued or might be issued, will not or would not produce books of accounts or document which is required for the purpose of proceeding under the Act. Is he an astrologer? that I will issue a notice, he will not produce books of account. Is he astrologer? How does he know that I will not produce? Because he's looking for that red diary where number 2 accounts have been written. And he knows that it will not be produced. How did he come to know? Informer. Who are the informer of that person? Let me tell you, every officer, whether he is a police officer or excise officer, VAT officer or an income tax officer, have regular informer with them. And there are certain professional informers also, whose business is to inform people. And the biggest informers are your friends, relatives, close relatives, and articles also at times. The closest the person is, the more confident you have on him, and more disclosure you will do it, and he will come to know anything about it. The biggest is your spouse. If she is an estranged wife, she can definitely complain against you. If he is a brother not getting his share, he can definitely complain about you. Sister, or any friend or relative who is very, or neighbor. He is having a Mercedes car. I am not having even desire. So let me have a desire to do that. He will inform. Everyone who has information in the possession, they inform against you. Inform. They inform. I tell you, everybody has an informer. We call in Delhi third gender. You know, third gender. Even they have informer. How do they come to know the child has born in a family? They immediately reach there. How do they come to know there is a marriage taking place in that place? How do they come to know this has happened? The day the child is conceived, he comes to know. She comes to know, he or she, what should I do? I don't know what is to be used for that. But that informer is who? Maybe the maid servant in the family, or maybe the servant, maybe the dhobi, maybe the sweeper, maybe some person who is there with you. They inform him, kindly, this is happening, and he gets his share of informing that person. So there are information which is given to them. Either they collect information or they are given information. And we are partly responsible for that also. What happens? We tell our wife that I have taken a property for 2 crores. She is going to kitty parties and telling her friends, my husband has taken a property for 2 crores. This is this. But he does not tell her that the registry is only for 80 lakh. He doesn't tell. Registry is for 80 lakh. And she is shouting, she is telling everybody at the kitty party, my husband has taken a property of 2 crores. So information has gone to whom? The friend and the relative, or the kitty parties ladies. Don't think they are friends. They bitch against each other. I'm telling you, everyone. Whosoever does not come in the kitty parties, the bitching is done about her. Bitching is done about her. Next day she comes, she will get bitch about the third person. This is happening everywhere. So what is happening? The information is given by you to your wife, and she in turn has spread that. One day, Mr. Murli was in a very foul mood. His wife asked money in the morning. Every day you are asking for money. Please make an account of everything. And I will not let you take it money unless you show me the account. She said, okay. She started preparing the diary. Every day. Milkman, 200 rupees. Paper, this much amount. This is children education fee. This is kitty party subscription. This is picture, dirty picture seen today. This is the amount spent on corn, whatever is the amount spent on that. She has been maintaining a diary, but he doesn't have a time to see that. And the diary is kept for years together. Are you getting my point? And if you look up the diary, the monthly expenditure may be there, 50,000 or 1 lakh, but your withdrawal is only 20,000. So you are yourself presenting, oh, the diary. To whom? To the raid people. You are maintaining a bank account of your wife, but you don't tell her. You don't tell her. Even when she signs, the checks bounce back. But when you sign on her behalf, the check is passed. Am I right or not? This is what is happening today. These days we don't tell our family members that this is happening. You go abroad. You go abroad, take the money, the foreign exchange. You keep every snap of everything. You take a snap of every place. You keep all the bills which you have spent money there, and you have claimed VAT also refund on that. And those all bills are lying in your Almirah for memory's sake, and all photographs are on the Facebook. Are you getting my point? But the amount withdrawn for the foreign visit is only the tickets and few $1,000s. But the amount spent may be several $1,000s. Are you getting my point? These are the things which we are keeping at home. See your pockets. There must be many papers. You will not throw them. It will go to the next day, the next pen. From the next pen to the third pen, third to the fourth, till it is torn. And once it is in a bad shape, you will put it in the drawer. You will never tear it off. It will be still there, lying for ages, till the department people come. Are you getting my point? What I'm saying? The people come from the department. You know, whenever the people come, they have they have to search. What is happening? In the morning, early morning, and somebody comes and press the bell, it is either the doodh wala or the income tax wala. No other. Because akhbar wala will throw the newspaper and he will go away. And the early morning, milk delivery or income tax man, they will come. What happened? True story I'm telling. One day, there was a search to be conducted in a place called in Delhi, a very affluent colony, Sundar Nagar. And it was the chairman and managing director of a certain company. Suited, booted people, winters, 4 or 5 gentlemen from the income tax department with the, identification, all are there, press the bell. The moment they press the bell, from the inside, that eye in the door, they saw some income tax people are there. He did not open the door. He packed all the incrementing document, whatever he could take away, in a bag. He did it. And he had 4 ferocious dogs with him. He opened the door. All the 4 ferocious dogs jumped on them and he ran away with that. And it is a true story I'm telling. Thereafter, the mock drill was done. How to enter the premises of the raid party, how to do. They are told, 50% please go this side. 50% please go this side. Balance come with me. Have you understood that point? If you have seen the movie called Sholay, then you could have said, आधे इधर चले जाओ, आधे इधर चले जाओ, बाकी मेरे पीछे आ जाओ. तेरे पीछे रहा कौन है? 50% कौन ले? Why this 50-50 there? You have a round of all the house. Somebody may not throw from there. Somebody may not run away from the back. One person will press the bell. And after that, he will move away from the eye also, so that he cannot see. And you should not have your identification in your neck also. Move away. And the moment the door is open, just enter it and say, income tax wala. Are you getting right? This was the training given to them. If you have seen some movies, you might have seen that movie, but 36. What was that movie? It was true story what was happening. But what I'm saying, you are given training how to enter. He says, he is allowed to enter and search any place, building, vessel, vehicle or aircraft where he has a reasons to suspect such books of accounts or documents or money, bullion, jewelry are lying. And second, if he has a reason to break open the box, the almirah, the safe, the receptacle, if the keys are not available. If the keys are not available. And third, is a reason to search any person who is getting into or getting out or inside the building if they have a reasons to suspect that such person has secreted about his documents and document. This is the true story I am telling you. Kapil Sibal father, Kapil Sibal, you know, the law minister we had. Kapil Sibal father was a judge of a high court. One day in Shimla, those days he may be in Shimla for some reason. After a walk, he came to the house of his friend who was and having a cup of tea with him. The income tax people came. Income tax department. We want to search. The bag was lying nearby. Kapil Sibal father took the bag and was getting out of the building. He says, look here, you can't go from here. He said, why? Where is the search warrant? The search warrant is in the name of that person. This bag belongs to me and you cannot touch my bag. It belongs to me. And he walked off. And therefore, this law was introduced. The law was introduced. Use getting into or getting out or already in that building, he can also be searched. If he is sitting there, he can be searched. That was the law which was brought. The moment they enter, income tax, they bring a warrant. Warrant is in form number 45. How they do it? Previous day, the information goes to the various officer that tomorrow you have to report at certain time in the office. Nothing. Report this. And it goes to, depending upon the size of the search, 10%, 20%, 40%, 50%. To some it is also said, kindly bring your belonging with you also. Meaning thereby, you have to go outstation also. All are not sent. Few are sent, the balance are taken from the local commissionerate. Are you getting my point? But one or two will go from there. If it is a nationwide search, it is going to be like that. In the morning when they report for duty, each one, the group is formed. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6. Groups are formed, depending upon the size of the search. And they are handed over a packet. Not to be opened till you reach at such and such place. Not to be opened. And those who have to go out of town, they are handed over the tickets. Go at that place. Whenever there is a search, it will be at the same time and not at different time. Because the communication is these days so fast, immediately you will come to know. So the time is also fixed. If there is a person to go outstation, he may be asked to go one day before and collect the person from the local people. Are you getting my point? Now, after reaching a particular spot, that packet has to be opened in front of all the other members. And they will write on that, opened in our presence. And before that, it was completely sealed. Like examination also, it is done. Open in our presence. They will put their signatures on it. Now in that warrant, there will be name, address, wherever you have to go. The question is, earlier warrant had to be separate warrant for each person. Now there can be joint warrant also. But that warrant is form number 45. If it is a search to be conducted by an officer, by an authority under whom your jurisdiction is there. Are you getting my point? Jurisdiction means, suppose there is a person who has 20 offices all over India, but he is filing return in Chennai. His head office is in Chennai, filing return. So where is the jurisdiction of that person? Chennai. But he has offices all over India. So who will order the search? The officer of the Chennai for nationwide search. Which form will go? Warrant number 45. But suppose your office is in Chennai, you have a branch in Delhi, and the Chief Commissioner of Delhi feels that there is some hanky-panky things going on, or there is number 2 soils going on there. And to get the authority from Chennai will take long time. I am not doing this search. He wants to do the search of Delhi office only. Then in that case, the search warrant is given by whom? Not by the jurisdictional authority, but the person under whose jurisdiction that area falls. You know, every officer has 2 jurisdictions. One is where he is an SSC under you. Second, he is not an SSC under you, but there is a jurisdictional area under you. Means that shop, that office is under your area, although he is being taxed elsewhere. Now, Delhi officer is to be doing. So, Delhi officer will conduct the survey there, search. For that, it is not warrant number 45. For that, it is warrant number 45 capital A. 45 capital A. 45, the jurisdictional officer. 45A, the local one. The person from Chennai went to Delhi to do the search at Barakhamba Road, certain building. When he goes there, the party goes there, there is nothing there. Or there is nothing there, but something are missing there. He comes to know that the office has been shifted to other area, or books of accounts or documents have been lying at some other place. He had a power to search only that place, whether under 45 or under 45A. Now, how can he go to a place called Risori Garden, who is 15 kilometers from that canal place? And it does not come under the jurisdiction of the Chennai or under the jurisdiction of Delhi. Then the local commissioner of that, he will approach the local commissioner of Risori Garden and tell him, kindly give me search warrant. And that search warrant is not 45 or 45A. That search warrant is consequential search. It is in form 45B. 45B. So, main search under jurisdiction 45. Jurisdictional area search 45A. Search for other premises which is not covered in your search warrant, either under 45 or 45A. Still you want to search. Which is the warrant? 45B. These are the 3 search warrants, which are of different nature. They have entered. The first thing they will take is preliminary statement. What is your name? What is your father's name? You have a right to check their warrant and their identity cards also. But will you have a courage to see that? You are otherwise income tax. You are otherwise gone. Half dead otherwise. We will not see. Okay, sir. Search warrant brought. Sir, what is your name? Address, father, age, children. You start thinking, what happened? Sir, you are nervous. Sir, 3 children. Where they are studying. You don't know also. Sir, let me ask my wife. Where they are studying. Oh, sir, one is 7th, another is 8th. What is the fee you pay for your children? Where you have offices? Where you have bank account? And many questions will be written in the preliminary report. Preliminary statement. It is taken on oath. Please note, it is taken on oath. In survey, it is not taken on oath. A statement which is given on oath does not require any evidentiary value. It has an evidentiary value. But a statement which is not taken on oath, you need to have a corroborated evidentiary statement. That is the main point also. He is asking you all details. Where you are back. And in other case, somebody is asking your wife. Your husband purchased the property? We know that. Yes, sir. How much amount? Sir, 2 crores. And he is giving the statement, 60 lakh. I say it's no statement. You are a partner in a firm? Sir, I am a partner. I don't know. But your husband says you are a partner. You are a director and getting, I am getting salary. He has never told me that I am getting salary. Are you getting my point? What is this happening? Statement given from the wife is not telling with the statement given by the husband, because he has never told her that you are a director, that you are a partner, you are getting this much of salary, or you are a working partner. Salary is allowed to only. She is not working, she is sitting at home. Are you getting my point? We do not tell our children or our wife, because we are worried that if I tell my wife, she'll come to know that he has so much of money. Sir, jewelry, please. Sir, this thing, please. I need. So you don't tell. But let me tell you, at this age or at his age, he has to tell everything. Because at this age, his son is sitting, I'm not going to assign anything. Only two person. Husband will see, he has only one thing, his wife. And wife has only one partner, it is husband. The children are busy, they are not concerned with you. So you are the only one. Wife will remain wife, I'm telling you. But at certain stage, she does not bother about you, because she knows where will he go. Ultimately, he has to come back here and surrender everything. Everybody. This is a case with me also. Many things I have not told my wife.